Hello and welcome to the search term reports video. Today we'll be looking at what search term reports are, why you need to be running them and how to do so. So what are search term reports? Well, search term reports allow you to see the actual search terms that have activated your ads. This is really useful data as it allows you to identify terms that were searched for that are not yet in your account, but also terms that triggered your ads that aren't relevant to your product or service. This then allows you to add these terms as negatives so you can avoid paying for clicks on terms that aren't going to convert. To run a search terms report, you want to go to the Keywords tab, either at account or campaign level, depending on your focus. You want to select the date range, and ideally this will cover the period from the time that the last report was run. You want to go to the details drop down and then all under the search terms heading. Now when an account is first set up, you should be completing a search terms report every few days or more frequently depending on the traffic flow and the amount of daily budget that you're spending. With regards to running search term reports for general maintenance, this will really depend on the daily clicks that are being generated, but as a minimum aim for every 2 weeks. This is really going to come down to your own individual account, so if you're getting lots of clicks, run search term reports more regularly. One of the best things about search term reports is that they allow you to identify the terms that are wasting you money. So these are terms that people are typing in, your ad is being triggered, but the nature of the search being made would suggest that these people are never going to convert into a customer of yours. You can therefore avoid paying for clicks from these searches when you add these particular keywords as negatives. When you identify searches that have been made that you don't want to appear for, you want to negative the single word and not the whole search term, because often some of the search term will cover the keywords that you do wish to appear for. So we'll cover this in more detail in the negative keywords video. By cutting out this wastage, it now allows you to focus your budget on terms that are gaining clicks and conversions. And it's these sorts of actions that can really increase your return on investment that you're seeing from your account. These reports will also allow you to gain insight into how your audience searches and the actual terms that people use when looking for your product or service. Often we're very close to our business and we're caught up in the sort of terminology that we use on a day-to-day basis, but you may find your audience searches in a completely different way than what you expected. So once you have run your report, you want to add any new terms to your account that you feel will be beneficial. You want to weed out the terms that you don't want to appear for and add them as negative keywords. So now you can achieve more clicks on the best terms in your account from exactly the same budget you had before. So let's go over to Google for a live example. Okay, so we're now over in Google. To access the search term reports, we can access the Keywords tab at account level, campaign level, or in fact ad group level as well. If we stay at account level for the time being, we will go over to the Keywords tab. I'm going to switch over to an account we've recently done an audit on to give you a good example as to how this works with a real life working AdWords account. Okay, so we're now in the Keywords tab of a working AdWords account that we've recently reviewed. Now as you can see, the person that we're running the review for is going after LED lighting terms, so very specific to LEDs, or even specific product codes such as GU10. So if we go to the details drop down and then all under search terms, this will give us the search terms that we've actually been appearing for. Now it may possibly be too early in the customer journey for us to be appearing for terms like this because they aren't yet specifying LED. There's lots of examples which will be wasting quite a lot of budget. Now the best way to address this would be to export all of the terms. If you export it as a CSV and download, But whilst we're still on the page, we can see that there is a column called added/excluded. You'll normally see whether the search term that has been used is added into the account or whether it has been excluded. Now, the fact that it says none means that it's matching because of the match types that have been used, but these terms aren't in the account in their exact form. If we scroll down, hopefully we will see some terms that are added. So LED lights for home, LED lighting, etc. We can see that they're added, but the vast majority are just turning up because of the match types that are in place triggering these other terms. Okay, so if we go over to the Excel sheet now. Okay, so this is how the report looks once it's been downloaded. We first want to identify the keywords here, so we can lose a few columns just to tidy it up. Now, I also like to order these as well by clicks, so if I highlight them all right down to the just before the totals, and then I'll go to sort, custom sort, and I will sort by clicks, largest to smallest. So this will allow me to see the sort of order of importance. So the best way to approach this, I find, is by color coding. So if we were to go through, we can see LED lights is okay, LED lighting fine, battery operated lights. I'm pretty certain that the LED lights that he sells aren't battery operated, so I would select that cell and color it a different color, and then I would go down the list and add terms that I do want and that I don't want at the same time. So anything that has LED lights and lighting, so we want to make sure that it is in the account. So for double checking purposes, I'll be color coding those in a different color. So you can get an idea as to how this is working. I'm identifying the terms that are questionable in terms of whether they are going to convert at a high enough rate. People searching for IKEA bulbs aren't searching for LED lights, so I will be looking at these carefully. Now, this is an audit for a customer, so I need to double check all of these things with them. But the easiest way, once I've gone through the entire list, would then to be to sort all of these columns again. So I'd highlight these. Once I've gone through the entire list, I will do a custom sort. So I will sort by search term and then based on the cell color. So I'll do negatives first, then I'll add the green for the ones that I might want to add to the account, and then OK. So straight away I can copy and paste terms really easily. Now, if I was to add some of these words as negatives, I wouldn't want to add the entire search term. I'll be looking for the single word that is causing a potential problem. So for this example, it will be the word battery. Here it would be the word IKEA. On this term, we may just want to have match types that ensure the word LED is included, which could easily be done with a modified broad match. And the same with this term as well. So these aren't necessarily negative terms. We may just want to ensure that the word LED is added when a search like this is performed. I will cover adding negative keywords in another video. But for now, you want to double check all of the keywords that are in here that you really do want to appear for and ensure they're added to your account with the right match types. Doing so can drive down your cost per click. It can make you more relevant when you understand which terms are getting the actual clicks, and you can create ads that are specific to those terms as well. If this is the first time you've run a search terms report, you'll probably be quite surprised as to the terms that you've been appearing for and quite a lot of wasted spend, but hopefully this goes to prove the value of running these reports regularly.